What's good, everyone? This is JGait here. Now, I'm not going to be doing a JGait sports talk today. Instead, I'm going to be doing a video I like to call Getting to Know JGait. I'm going to be talking about myself, my background, and you'll get to see what I'm all about. Just to start off, if I haven't mentioned, my name is Jeremy. I live in Great Neck, Long Island, New York. I've been a sports fan my whole life. I'm a diehard Yankees fan because of my mom. Her side of the family, we're all Yankee fans because she grew up in the Bronx. My cousin actually works for the Yankees television network. Yes. Basketball, I'm a huge basketball fan. I'm a Knicks fan by heart. I also love college basketball. I'm a fan of numerous schools. Football, I like the Jets because of my dad. And even though I don't follow hockey that much, I'm a Rangers fan because I actually used to follow hockey when I was a lot younger. Now, growing up, my sports career was very varied. I played soccer when I was 7. I also played golf from the time I was 6. And growing up, I went to camp over the summer and I played a lot of sports there. Baseball, basketball, football, soccer, you name it. In high school, I tried out for, actually when I was in 10th grade, I tried out for JV basketball. I had a good workout, but I didn't make the final roster. So I played 2 years of basketball in an independent league at a place called Island Garden, which is like a basketball heaven for Long Island in West Hempstead. I went to school at Fairleigh Dickinson University in Teaneck, New Jersey. I graduated this May. My major was communications with a minor in speech, and my aspirations are to be a sports writer and possibly a sports broadcaster. Now, being a sports writer was not my original plans for the future. When I first went to Fairleigh Dickinson, I was a hotel and restaurant management major. My original dreams were to open a sports bar and grill. I did that for about a year, and I realized it just wasn't for me. So after my freshman year, I switched to business, and that only lasted 1 semester before I switched to communications, and that's where I found my niche. Now, during my last 2 years of school, actually before I get to that, I took a bunch of classes that prepared me. A radio class, a newscasting class, sportscasting class, sports and popular culture, you name it. And I loved every single minute of it. Now, during my last 2 years of school, I was a sports writer for Fairleigh Dickinson paper called The Equinox. My first year there, I covered baseball. My last year, I covered both baseball and men's basketball. Now, what I have right here is my first article that made the front page, and I wrote a story about baseball team's first pitch dinner, and it was very interesting getting to see all the players, interviewing some of them, and to see what's in store for the upcoming season. Now, both times I covered baseball, they made it to, because the conference they're in is the NEC, Northeast Conference. They made the Northeast Conference tournament both times I was covering them, and even though they didn't get too far, they played their hearts out. Their head coach, Gary Puccio, has a great program, cares a lot about his players and how they perform in the classroom. Just a great program overall. And my last year, I covered men's basketball, and that was a hell lot of fun. Got to sit along the press row, watch the game very closely, interview players, head coach Greg Horrenda. He's another great guy. he's such a character. Whenever he gets really animated. If he gets angry, he jumps up and down, and it's funny as hell. It's freaking hilarious. That was a lot of fun. I learned a lot from that experience, and it really made me discover my love for writing about sports. Now, I still do write sports to this day. I write for a site called blastingnews.com, and it's a site for amateurs. But you can get paid for your content based on how many viewers you get. Now, I still do hope to be a sportscaster one day. Now, currently, I am reading this book. I'm gonna go get it. Hang on one second. It's this book right here that I'm reading. It's called The Art of Sportscasting: How to Build a Successful Career. Now, for anyone who wants to be a sportscaster in the future, this is one of the places to start, along with tape recording yourself numerous times, playing it back, and critiquing yourself. Now, a little bit, I told you all about my love for sports. I'm also a big hip-hop fan. I love 90s rap. My favorite rapper is Nas. I also like Jay-Z, Tupac, Notorious B.I.G., Eminem. I'm just a hip-hop fanatic, and I try to incorporate that in some of my videos. Like right now, currently, I do have a blog, but it's completely different from this section, from this certain blog here. I love food. I do a food blog on Instagram, but I do lots of other things. I do sports blogs, actually, basketball mostly, but I also do a little beatboxing. Pew. So yeah, I mean, I've been doing that for about a couple years, and I have a cult following with that, and I love it. Getting back to hip hop, it's my favorite music of all time, and I really try to incorporate that in these videos. Okay, well, that's all the time I have. Coming out with another JGait Sports Talk tomorrow. Gonna watch NBA tonight and first game of the World Series. Peace out, yo.